Hi, I'm Steve Izant. This is the third in our series since you can't come to see us. We're coming to see you, featuring the Surf City Theater Company members. Previously, we brought you 6 actors doing their favorite monologues, and ladies of the salon, Steel Magnolias 10 years after. This time, we have 3 scenes that together run about 26 minutes. So, pick a good time to view this, get a beverage of your choice, and let us entertain you in the comfort and safety of your own home. The first scene is from the play Love, Lies, and the Doctor's Dilemma. Joan Schuler lives with the great love of her life, Sandy. In an effort to hide their relationship from her overbearing sister, the former movie star Olivia, she introduces him as her psychiatrist. One white lie leads to another, and Sandy becomes the psychiatrist everyone wants to talk to. Has Joan created a monster? Everyone wants a session with Sandy, including Olivia. What follows is Olivia's first session with Sandy as the would-be psychiatrist.
Perhaps now would be a good time for a session.
Ms. St. Clair, don't you have your own therapist back home?
Please, call me Olivia. Of course I do. I'm a movie star after all.
Wouldn't you feel more comfortable talking about this with him or her?
They're not here. You are, and I really need to talk. Aren't you going to take notes?
Do you want me to?
All my other therapists do.
Right. Well, let me get a pad and paper.
What I want to discuss is my sex life.
Now, hold on a sec. I can't find a pencil.
I really need some help with my sex life these days. I need to spice up my autobiography.
Okay. I'm ready to take some notes. So, what's your problem?
Well, I'm not as active as I used to be.
Now, that is something that I can help you with.
You can?
Of course. Have you thought about joining a club?
There are clubs?
Well, certainly. I belong to one myself.
You do?
To start, you'll need to hire a personal instructor to get back in the swing of things.
Personal instructor?
It was the best thing I ever did.
Really?
Oh, yes, they're very knowledgeable and they give you a lot of hands-on help.
Hands-on help?
Well, some of the equipment's a little tricky at first.
Equipment?
They've got beginners all the way up to advanced.
Advanced?
I don't like to brag, but I'm part of the advanced group. And I'm sure it wouldn't take you long before you were joining us.
Join you. I don't think I could do that.
Well, of course you could. It's much more fun in a group. As a matter of fact, I'd be happy to introduce you if you'd like to come and meet them all.
Meet them? I really don't think I would go for this group thing. I must say, Dr. Gardner, you are a most unusual psychiatrist.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Oh, am I interrupting anything?
Our next scene is from the play Proof. On the eve of her 25th birthday, Catherine, a troubled young woman, has spent years caring for her brilliant but unstable father, a famous mathematician. Now, following his death, she must deal with her own emotions and the arrival of her estranged sister Claire. The following scene is the morning after party held at Catherine's house by a group of young mathematicians celebrating her father after his funeral.
Morning.
Ugh, please don't yell, please.
You all right?
No, those fucking physicists.
What happened?
Thanks a lot for leaving me with them.
Where were your friends?
My stupid friends left. It was only 11 o'clock. So I had to go home and pay their babysitters or bake bread or something. I was left alone with those lunatics.
Well, why'd you drink so much?
I thought I could keep up with them. I thought they would stop. They didn't. Another tequila.
You want to get some coffee?
Maybe in a minute. That band,
Yeah,
they were terrible.
they were okay. They had fun, I think.
Well, as long as everyone had fun.
Mhm.
Your dress turned out all right.
I love it.
You do?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I'm surprised you wore it.
No, I love it, Claire. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're in a good mood.
Should I not be?
Are you kidding? I'm thrilled. I'm leaving in a few hours.
I know.
The house is a wreck. Don't try to clean it up yourself. I'll hire someone to come over.
Thanks.
Katie, I'm leaving soon.
Yeah, you said, I know.
I'd like you to come to New York.
Yeah, January.
I'd like you to move to New York.
Move.
Would you think about it for me? You could stay with me in Metro at first, and then you could get your own place. I've already started scouting some apartments for you, some really cute places.
I mean, what would I do in New York?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
You could work, you could go to school.
I don't know. Claire, it's pretty major.
I realize that.
I mean, I know you mean well, but I'm just not sure what I want to do. I mean, to be honest, you were right yesterday. I do feel a little confused. I'm tired. It's been a pretty weird couple of years. I think I would like to take some time to figure things out.
You could do that in New York.
And I could do that here.
It would be so much easier for me to get you set up in New York. And
I don't need an apartment. I'll stay in a house.
we're selling the house.
What?
I'm selling it.
When?
I was hoping to do the paperwork this week.
Oh,
I know it seems sudden.
nobody was here looking at it. Who were you selling it to?
The university. They've been wanting the block for years.
I live here.
Honey, now that Dad's gone, it doesn't make sense. It's in bad shape. It costs a fortune to heat. It's time to let it go. Mitch agrees. It's a very smart move, and we have a really great offer.
Well, where am I supposed to live?
Come to New York.
I cannot believe this.
It'll be so good. You deserve a change. It'll be a whole new adventure for you.
Why are you doing this?
I want to help.
By kicking me out of my house?
It was my house too.
Well, you haven't lived here for years.
I know that. You were on your own. I really regret that, Katie.
Oh, don't.
I know I let you down, and I feel awful about it. And now I'm trying to help.
You want to help now.
Yes,
Dad is dead.
I know.
He's dead. And now that he's dead, you fly in for the weekend and decide you want to help? You're late. Where have you been? Where were you 5 years ago? You weren't helping then.
I was working.
I was here. I lived with him alone.
I was working 14-hour days. I was paying the mortgage there. I was living in a studio apartment in Brooklyn.
You had your life. You got to finish school.
You could have stayed in school.
How?
I would have done anything. I told you that a million times. I would have done anything you wanted.
Well, what about Dad? Someone had to take care of him.
He was ill. He should have been in a professional care type situation.
He did not belong in the nut house.
He might have been better off.
How can you say that?
This is where I'm meant to feel guilty, right?
Sure, go for it.
I'm heartless. My own father.
He needed to be here, in his own house, near the university, near his students, near everything that made him happy.
Maybe. Or maybe a real professional care type situation would have been better for him than staying in that filthy house with you taking care of him. I'm sorry, Catherine. It's not your fault. It's my fault for letting you do it. And
I was right to keep him here.
no,
What about his remission 4 years ago? He was healthy for almost a year.
no. He went right downhill again.
He might have been worse in a hospital.
And he might have been better off. Did he ever work it again?
No.
No. And you might have been better off.
Better than what?
Living here with him didn't do you any good. You had so much talent.
You think I'm like Dad?
I think you have some of his talent and some of his tendency toward instability.
Claire, in addition to the cute apartments that you've scouted for me in New York, would you by any chance also have devoted some of your considerable energies towards scouting out another type of living facility for your bug house little sister?
No, that's not what this is about.
Don't lie to me, Claire. I am smarter than you.
The resources I've investigated.
Oh my God!
If you wanted to, all I'm saying is the doctors and the people in New York are the best.
Oh, fuck you! Jesus.
It would have been entirely up to you. You wouldn't have to live anywhere. You would have,
I hate you!
please calm down, please. Don't yell. Just
I hate you!
Well, that last scene was a little dramatic. So let's end with something a little more lighthearted. Our last scene is from the play Chapter 2. 2 years after the death of his wife, George Schneider is encouraged to start dating again by his brother Leo. George A writer is given two telephone numbers. One is for an 85-year-old elderly researcher at the library, and the other for an attractive young woman Leo met at a bar the other night. Both names and numbers are on the same piece of paper. What could go wrong?
Hello?
Hello, is this, I'm sorry, I'm not sure I have your name right. This is George Schneider, Leo Schneider's brother. I believe he told you that I would be calling you.
George Schneider?
The writer.
Oh, God, yes. George Schneider. It seems so long ago. I'm sorry, you caught me at a bad time. I just got off a plane and walked in the door.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Can I call you back?
Well, I suppose so, but I'll be very honest with you, Mr. Schneider. I'm going through sort of a transition period right now, and I'm not planning to date for a while.
Date? Did Leo say I was going to call you for a date?
Well, you said you were going to call me, so I assumed.
No, this isn't a date call. I'm very surprised at Leo, Miss, is it Jenkins or Jurgens?
It's what?
Your name,
It's Malone, Jennifer Malone.
Jennifer Malone? And no, that's wrong.
Oh, I could show you my driver's license.
Well, that's not the name that he gave me. Oh, geez, it's on the other side. I couldn't read his writing. Soren Jurgens was the one that I wanted. She's an elderly woman, about 85 years old.
Well, you know what you want better than I do.
Look, I'm so embarrassed. I really was going to call you socially at another time. I mean, I really was.
Well, let's see how it goes with Soren first, okay? Goodbye.
God damn you, Leo, get your women straight.
Hello?
It's me. I'm back.
Oh, it didn't work out with you and the old lady, huh?
Now I know who you are. The girl Leo had met at 21, Jenny Malone.
Now, that sounds right to me.
Well, anyway, I'm calling back because I wanted you to know I got the phone numbers mixed up, and I didn't want you to think I wasn't calling you. I was. I mean, I wasn't then, but I am now.
For a date?
No, not yet. I thought I'd wait and explain the last call before I went ahead with the next call.
I'm a little slow. Which call are we on now?
This is the call back to explain the dumb call. The charming call comes after we hang up from this one.
I'm so glad I'm home. If I got this message on my answering service, I'd need a private detective.
Well, I'll tell you the absolute truth. I haven't made a call to a nice single girl in 14 years. I wasn't good at it then. If I seem inept, please bear with me.
Oh, you seem apt enough. But the point is, Mr.
George Schneider, I have it right here on the paper.
Point is, Mr. Schneider, as I told Faye to tell Leo to tell you, I really have to get my head together right now, and that's what I was going to do for the next few weeks.
Oh, I understand that. As a matter of fact, I was doing the same thing. I just didn't want to leave you with the image of some retarded romantic walking around town with your number and a handful of quarters.
Oh, knowing that, I will sleep better. It was very nice talking to you, George. Goodbye. Hello?
This is the Charming Call.
I think I have a problem on my hands.
You don't, I promise. This is definitely our last conversation.
Oh, then why did you call back?
I couldn't resist saying, this is the Charming Call. Seriously, I'm sorry if I intruded on your privacy. I know very much how you feel, and I like the sound of your voice. And I also wanted to say that I hope you get your head together in good health. And this is now the end of the Charming Call. Goodbye.
I, hello?
I was just trying to place your voice. California girl, right? UCLA?
Born in Cleveland, and I went to Bennington in Vermont.
How about that? I was so close.
That's where I've just come from.
Bennington?
No, Cleveland. I was visiting my family.
Aha.
Aha, what?
Just aha. Acknowledgement, comprehension. I understand.
Oh, well, aha to you too.
Leo told me what you do, but I didn't pay any attention.
Why not?
Well, his previous social arrangements for me all ended up like the Andrea Doria.
And here you are calling me.
Only by mistake.
No, the first call was by mistake, and the second one was a call back explaining the mistake. The charming call was yours.
That's true. You have a very good mind, Jenny Malone. Now you see why you got the Charming Call.
Oh, you're a writer, that's for sure. I took English Lit. This is what they call repartee, right? Isn't it?
No, this is what they call amusing telephone conversation under duress. So, what is it that you do?
I'm an actress. No, aha.
Leo didn't tell me you were an actress.
Well, I'm sorry, wrong career.
No. Actresses can be very nice.
Well, that's an overstatement, but I appreciate your open-mindedness.
Now, wait a minute. I'm now extricating my mouth from my foot. There. That's better. So you're an actress, and I'm a writer, and I'm also a widower.
Ah, yes, Faye told me.
Faye?
Faye Medwick, she's the one pushing from my side.
Well, Leo's getting up a brochure on me. We'll send you in when they come in. I understand you're recently divorced.
Yes. How deeply do you intend going into this?
Sorry, occupational hazard. I pry incessantly.
That's okay. I scrutinize.
Well, prying is second cousin to scrutiny.
No, wouldn't you know it, it turns out we're related.
Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but we also talk in the same rhythm. What is
It's a second cousin to aha. You're a very interesting telephone person, Mr. Schneider. However, I literally just walked in the door and I haven't eaten since breakfast. It was really nice talking to you. Goodbye. As you were saying,
Listen, can I be practical for just a second?
for a second, yes.
They're not going to let up, you know.
Who?
The pushers, Leo and Faye. They'll persist and push and prod and leave telephone numbers under books until eventually we have that inevitable date.
Nothing is inevitable. Dates are man-made.
Whatever. The point is, I assume you have an active career. I'm a very busy man who needs quiet and few distractions. So let me propose, in the interest of moving on with our lives, that we get this meeting over with just as soon as possible.
Surely you jest.
I'm not asking for a date. Blind dates are the nation's third leading cause of skin rash.
Then what are you suggesting?
Well, just hear me out. What if we were to meet for just 5 minutes? We could say hello, look each other over, part company, and tell Leo and Faye that they had fulfilled their noble mission in life.
That's very funny.
Yet I hear no laughter.
Because it's not funny, it's stupid funny.
You think it's smart to suffer an entire evening rather than just a quick 5-minute hello and goodbye?
Because it's demeaning. It's like shopping, and I don't like being shopped.
Do you prefer window shopping? I could stand across the street and look up and wave.
Am I talking to a serious person?
Well, my friends tell me I have a certain charm. It's like gold, though. You have to pan for it.
What if during these 5 minutes we took a liking to each other?
And we take a shot at 6 minutes.
If you take a fancy to me and I don't to you, or God forbid, vice versa, what then?
It's a new system. We don't have all the bugs out yet.
I can't believe this conversation.
Well, look, if 5 minutes is too exhausting, we could have 2.5-minute halves with an intermission.
Why am I intrigued by this? When would you like this momentous occasion to take place?
How about right now?
Right now, that's crazy.
You mean not possible?
Oh, it's possible. It's just crazy.
Well, why not? I'm having trouble working anyway, and next week could be too late. Mrs. Juergens and I could be a hot item.
But I just got off a plane. I look terrible.
Well, so do I. And I got off one 2 months ago. And besides, fixing yourself up is illegal. That's a date. This is just a quick look for Leo and Faye.
For Leo and Faye, huh? What the hell? Let's give it a shot.
Hey, terrific. Where would you like to meet?
How does Paris strike you?
Outside is no good. Then it comes down to who says goodbye and who leaves first. It's very messy. How about your place?
That's out of the question.
Why?
I don't know why. 386 East 84th Street, apartment 12F.
Got it.
Write it down. You have a bad history with numbers.
I'll be there in 8 minutes.
And you don't think this is a bizarre thing to do?
That's the weirdest thing I've ever come up with, but we may be blazing the trail for millions of others.
And neither of us will be disappointed if we're disappointed, right?
Please, let's not build down our hopes too much. I'll see you. Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. Oh,
Smart. Smart move, George.
dumb. You are a dumb lady, Jenny Malone.
Well, those are our 3 scenes. We hope you enjoyed them. We also want to thank you for being a Surf City supporter. We'll see you again because since you can't come see us, we're going to come see you.